Bienvenue à Le Mans, tout le monde. The 24 Hours of Le Mans is back. So, what better way to bring the 24 hour of Le Mans back into your lives than giving you a quick rundown of who to look out for, what to look out for, and also when we finish, things to look forward to, because Le Mans, I feel, is coming right back into its heyday. So, strap in, because you're about to get an information-a-thon. So the 24 hours of Le Mans, first of all, it's 24 hours long. But what should you get excited about? Well, Nick de Vries, as mentioned there, is coming hot off Formula E and arrives at Le Mans to contest the 2021 championship. He is going to be part of a 62 car strong showing. 62 cars have entered Le Mans. Can you believe that, Stu? 62 cars all doing their thing for 24 hours. How can you not get excited about that? It's going to be huge. So we have got 5 hypercars taking part in the hypercar class. I should just roll the video back so you can see what they look like, because they're absolutely insane. Look at that. Look at that. Absolute insanity. I think heads up, I'm going to get real excited about the whole thing.
Did you know that 3 of the hypercars within the same tenth of a second in one of the free practices recently?
It's so competitive. It's so competitive. It's unbelievable. And Alpine have come along with essentially a brand new chassis. Hasn't got any racing miles on it, apparently. You've got Glickenhaus in there doing their thing, and Toyota are also right in the mix. Toyota, of course, who have had a very successful Le Mans over the last 4 or 5 years as well. When you look at the LMP2 cars, LMP, for anybody who doesn't know, stands for Le Mans Prototype. So there you go, something you might not have known. And these things are spaceships. And of the 25 LMP2 cars, there are at least 10 of them that could win. At least 10 of these cars could not only win, but be outright podium finishers. A shout out to who to look out for, United Autosports, and big up Paul de Resta, our second favourite Scot on Is It Fast. He's going to be doing his thing before he jumps to the Peugeot hypercar next year. Also, look out for newcomers WRT and Risi Competizione. They could launch a surprise bid. And a shout out to Kent-based team Jota, who have been doing incredible things over the last 10, 15 years, but they could also be going for an outright podium with Stoffel van Dorn at the wheel. And then the GTs. There's still more. Still more. You've got the GT cars. You can see them there on the screen. They are essentially super hyper performance versions of road going race cars, Ferraris, Porsches, McLarens. You've got all sorts of weird and wonderful colors and concoctions, but the GTs are also going to be a really tight set of racing. The ones to look out for in the GTs, Corvette. Corvette are debuting their C8R in Europe racing at Le Mans after last year they stayed stateside. So the Corvette C8R, ask me why it's important, because it is Corvette's first mid-engine car. So it's been out in the United States for a little while and has been racing in the US for about a year or so. But now it is going to be here at Le Mans. So there is a very quick but very hopefully impassioned rundown of this year's Le Mans. So there you have it. Stu, are you excited about Le Mans? Because I flipping know I am.
You know what, mate? I love the race, and I'm also a big fan of the desserts. It's described on their website as the greatest motorsport event in the world. And admittedly, it's their own website, but God, that's tough to argue with. It is just exciting. This is grueling stuff. And also, minus a demolition derby, there are not many other motorsport events out there that will have different types of cars competing against each other. I'm a massive fan of all the free practices and things like that they have, because it just allows them to be there a long period of time. These guys aren't looking to pack up and go elsewhere next week. This is a one and done. This is get out there, show us your wares, show us what you can do. It's just going to be awesome for driver knowledge, tweaking and making adjustments to the systems. It is just extremely exciting. And these cars are the type of cars that little boys want the models of in their pockets or their dungarees.
It really
It's
is.
just exciting. It really is. I'm glad you picked up on the Corvette C8. I would almost say that's kind of my pick.
Okay, yeah, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how Jota do as well. And then next year we have a whole new hypercar class and people coming back. So if you're not interested in it this year, I would recommend you try and sit through a little bit, because next year you've got Peugeot coming back after a decade being away. In 2023, Audi, Porsche, Acura / Honda, BMW and Ferrari are all going to join in as well. So 2023 is also the centenary. There is no track racing on planet Earth better than Le Mans. And that is a hill that I will die on. It is incredible.
And I think you're allowed to have that opinion. Can you tell us a little bit more about the track as well?
No. So Le Mans is such a famous race that the corners have got cars named after them. So Le Mans back in the 20s, like most racing in general, was a very wealthy man's pursuit. Bentley made their name at Le Mans. You've got the Mulsanne Straight. You've got a Bentley Mulsanne named, therefore, after that straight. You've got some of the most famous corners. You are flat out and you barely brake through the whole course. You're braking, I think, like 3 times. It's dangerous. It's run most of the year. The Le Mans track is just roads. It's just roads in around Le Mans. But then this time of year, shut it off, away you go. So if you are a fan, you can go and you can drive the parts of the Le Mans circuit any other time of the year. You can experience it yourself.
Seeing some of these cars on our video footage here, it is just so cool. It is so easy to say why you're so passionate about it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I think not having it in the same guise over the last few years, because of obviously things out of everyone's control, has only made me really understand, as an already a fan, I was already sold, but missing it, I think, and absence only makes the heart grow fonder, and this is exactly how I am with Le Mans. Just we had it kind of over the last few years, but it's not the same. So there we have it. Tell us in the comments if you're excited about Le Mans. What are you looking forward to the most about Le Mans this year? Maybe you don't care about Le Mans. Tell us why you don't care about Le Mans. And, all opinions are valid.